G'day everybody. I've just got back to my car after fishing for the best part of the afternoon in quite a remote area. I had to walk 3 kilometres into the waterway that I fished. I then fished for another couple of kilometres up the river. I only caught 2 trout. One of them was about that long, probably 60 centimetres, plus one smaller, more modest fish of around 25-30 centimetres. But I had quite a few follows. Had a few follows, a few strikes. I lost one in my hand that I almost caught. So I've had a lot of fun. But it's not always about the fishing. I achieved my goal today. My goal was to discover somewhere new. I'd never fished in this particular spot before. I have fished in this river but not in this area. The plan was to hike into somewhere remote and get away from where most people would fish and test the water, and that's what I'd done. All I needed to do was see a couple of trout, let alone catch 2, let alone catch probably a 4-pound fish. So I know this is a great area. I used my nous or my instincts. I took a risk. There was a 50-50 chance I could have walked up into that spot and saw nothing. So I've gone to the extra yards to try and find a good spot. Not only did I see fish, but I've had a good day for other reasons. I found a snake. I enjoy watching snakes. I'm not scared of snakes, so this one lunged in my direction, and as you'll see in the video, I jumped about 5 foot backwards really quick. I found a cast deer antler. Look at that. Mightn't be much to a lot of people, but it's a lot to me because I enjoy them. I've only ever found one other one. Actually, I found 4 others, but 2 of them are still on the heads of deer that someone's shot and lost. But these have actually been cast, where they fall off. They throw them off, they fall off and they fight, they rub them on a tree to get rid of them. And then each year they grow a new set. I found a really nice sambar deer wallow, and I've just found some of the nicest looking water that I've ever fished for trout in my entire life. And a lot of fun things happened to me this afternoon, and I've got a good bit of exercise to go with it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. An afternoon with Robbie Alexander in the bush. An afternoon with me, seeing snakes, finding antlers and catching trout. Hope you enjoy it. Pretty safe to say I've got the biggest fish in the river on here. That's got to be 5 pounds, this fish. Jeez. My God. I don't know how I'm going to land it. On the little metalhead. I'm going to try and land him, and I'll get some video footage of the release if I land him. Look at the size of it. Holy crap, that's got to be, that's over 60 centimetres easy. Woohoo! Go the metalhead. Oh, black metal never lets me down. Here we go. Some footage of this beautiful big trout, at least 60 centimetres, going back. You go, buddy. You go, big boy. Tell you what, that was a good 5-pound trout. I wish I'd got it on the hookup. The video, have a look where he come from. In amongst all these logs and stuff. 4-pound line, a little 40mm black metalhead soft plastic. I only just put it back on. I was having trouble hooking fish and I was trying different lures, and little Akuma micro spin. Tiny little 5-foot rod with a little quantum reel and 4-pound line, and I managed to get him out of all these trees and shallow water. Quickly landed him, took him down there, and he swam off just beautiful. I tell you what, if I die today, I'll be dying a happy man. But hopefully I don't die, because I've got 2 beautiful little girls I wonder what's growing up. Oh my God. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is probably going to be the biggest highlight of my fishing year. It takes a lot for me to get this excited when I'm fishing. I love my fishing, but at the moment I am just pumped on a level that just cannot be explained. My God. Woo! So Peter, there's no one with me to get a photo of me holding it, but that doesn't matter. That fish, that was an absolute ripper. What do these things always happen when I don't bring my good camera? Have a look at that. See, he's got that little curl in his neck. That means he's ready to strike. That's a highland copperhead. My favourite snake. If you're going to come across a snake when you're fishing, you want it to be a highland copperhead. You can see he's sort of got a bit of brown on his head, but he's white under the neck sort of area. And they're not a shiny snake like a red-bellied black snake. The copperhead's normally more of a gloss, a flat sort of a matte colour. Very, very placid snake. Oh, look, he's chasing that lizard, or he's chasing me. Oh, fighting the shit out of me. I think he was chasing that lizard. I thought he was chasing me. He comes straight at me. Give me a fright, whatever he was doing. Oh dear. Look at this. What a beautiful highland copperhead. Absolute ripper. Now he's retreating back up into the long bushy sort of area. I'd say this is a female, possibly fully grown. They don't grow very big, the highland copperheads. I thought he was chasing me and I got the fright of my life. It turns out that there was a little water skink, a little lizard right in front of him, or her, it. The lizard took off and then so did the snake. The snake was after the lizard. So I've just frightened it, now it's off. It's gone now, it's got a fright and it said, see you later. See you, buddy. This is a sambar deer wallow. I've had a great day today. I've walked upstream a long way. I've got a bit of bush walking in. I've caught the biggest trout that I've caught for a few years. I seen a copperhead, which was exciting for want of a better word. And now I found a sambar deer wallow, not far from the bank of the river. What this is, the male sambar deer, the stags, they come down, they roll around in the mud, get covered in mud. Then they go and they rub on trees to leave their scent. They call them rub trees. This is like a pot of gold to a deer hunter, because I know that eventually it's quite likely that a sambar deer will come down to this area and wallow. I'm not surprised that it's here. I've seen a lot of deer sign along the bank of the river, a lot of footprints. I've seen some deer droppings when I've been walking through the bush. But this is a deer wallow, and to be quite honest, I don't think it's a very fresh one. The water in it is quite clear. There is a really little amount of water flowing through it out of a spring. This gully here seems to be a bit of a spring. It's quite muddy and damp. But it certainly is used. Hasn't been used for a while. After a while they start to get a lot of fresh growth around the outside, and this hasn't got that. And it has got a lot of footprints. So the deer have been down here to visit, but maybe not wallowed in the mud for a while. But there you go, a sambar deer wallow right on the bank of the river. Look at that, see? I told you there was deer up here. That's a cast deer antler, a cast sambar deer antler. This little one down here, that's the brow tine. Only a little fella, probably only 10 or maybe 12 inches long. Just a young stag. He's cast his antlers at some stage. This is quite old. It's been in the bottom of the river. It's actually a little bit hollow. Just rotted away from the river. Wow. Any sambar deer hunter knows it's a bit of a trophy when you find cast antlers. I'm no expert deer hunter, but I've done a little bit. I've only ever found one other antler. This is my second one, and this has really capped off a wonderful day. Catching a big trout, finding a wallow, seeing a snake, having heaps of follows and heaps of fish, just being up in such a remote area, and now walking back to the car to find a sambar deer antler. That's going to go with my other one at home. That's like a trophy for me anyway. I'm absolutely wrapped. Loving life. I'm loving life. Why wouldn't I? We live in the best part of the world. And my camera and my head are on a weird angle at the moment, but that's okay. We don't have to get fishing rights. We just got to pay for our licence, pay for our petrol, come up and go fishing. Aren't we lucky to be Australian?